Sikkim is eagerly waiting for railway connectivity, and the Sivok-Rangpo railway project will put the Himalayan state on India's railway map. The starting point of the project is here at Sivok, which used to be a quaint little mountainside railway station, but now it will become a junction with the line to Sikkim, more precisely to Rangpo, beginning from here. The line will travel through tunnels mostly and bridges across rivers, and there will even be underground railway stations. It's a very challenging project that's moving at a fast pace.
अगले साल से 2026 से जो ट्रेन शुरू होने जा रहा है, ये हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा मतलब एक उपलब्धि होंगे. तो इसके बाद तो सिक्किम तो टूरिज़्म में तो बूम हो जाएंगे. तो सुबुक से बस खाली 45 मिनट्स लगेंगे और रंपू तक, और फिर रंपू से फिर गैंगटोक तक का सर्वे कंप्लीट हो चुका है. तो फिर वो बनने के बाद फिर और बम हो जाएंगे, और फिर गैंगटोक से फिर नथुला तक, क्योंकि इस नेशनल सिक्योरिटी को भी ध्यान में रख के,
और साउथ सिक्किम में भी शायद एक
मल्ली से लेकर हमारा देंताम तक. देंताम मतलब इज अ बॉर्डर ऑफ द नेपाल. तो इसका भी अभी सर्वे के लिए काम हो रहा है. तो एक बड़ा सा एक डेवलपमेंट है. इसके लिए मैं भारत सरकार को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ.
Sikkim's hopes of being connected to the Indian railway network got a boost in 2009 when the project to connect Sivok in West Bengal to Rangpo in Sikkim via a railway line got off the ground in that year. For a state that dependent on just one highway, the National Highway 10, which sees closures very frequently due to landslides and sinkages, the railway connectivity was a long awaited dream. And after multiple delays, the Indian Railways is now all set to roll into Sikkim. On this momentous occasion, as the state is celebrating 50 years of statehood, finally, after 50 years, Sikkim is now looking at having railway connectivity. And after multiple delays, this is going to happen. Now, the railway route is also important for strategic reasons. Firstly, Sikkim is a state that shares the border with China, and there are plans to eventually extend the railway line all the way up to Nathula, which is where the border with China is. The Sivok-Rangpo line, which will connect Sikkim to the rest of the Indian Railways and to the rest of the country, is being constructed largely through tunnels. In fact, 86% of the line is through tunnels to tackle the challenges of a mountainous terrain. As mentioned earlier, the Sivok-Rangpo railway project is challenging in many ways, but one of the most challenging aspects of this project is most of the line is of course through tunnels, and you can see this is the first tunnel of the Sivok-Rangpo railway project, tunnel number 1, and this of course is the beginning of the line that bifurcates from Sivok and heads all the way up to Rangpo.
See, one of the specialties about the Sivok-Rangpo project is that it is almost completely tunnel. So 86%, this is a total 45 kilometer project, and 38 kilometer almost is tunnel. So the majority of the whole line is tunnel. So that is why the probability of landslide become very less, because so much tunnel is there. And if we look at the design also, these tunnels have been designed in such a way that the probability of landslide goes down. Of course, that leads to difficulties in construction, and the top quality engineers they are working. But once it's completed, we are hoping that because it has mostly tunnels, the probability of landslide will be very less.
Now, this railway line largely follows the National Highway 10, which runs along the Teesta River. And obviously, the railway line also is largely following the same alignment. It includes the construction of 5 railway stations, which are Sivok, Riang, Malli and Rangpo. And also, interestingly, it has one underground railway station at Teesta Bazaar, which in a sense is also very, very unique for the Indian Railways. Now, at present, all activities and all construction activities that are taking place are related to tunnels, bridges, and work is progressing on this particular project on a war footing. Once completed, this project will ensure uninterrupted supply of essential commodities in Sikkim even when the NH10 faces a closure. It will also be possible to introduce long distance trains from the state of Sikkim to other parts of the country, and more importantly, this railway line, once operational, will cut a 5-hour journey from Siliguri to Sikkim to just under an hour, 45 minutes or so, which will be a huge boon not just for tourists visiting Sikkim but also citizens of Sikkim who have to travel frequently to the plains. The 45-kilometer Sivok-Rangpo rail project, which is currently under construction, will put Sikkim on the railway map of India. Travelling 45 kilometers through 22 bridges and 14 tunnels, this is the end of tunnel number 14, the last tunnel of this project, as it reaches Majitar in Rangpo in Sikkim. This will be the terminating station for the current phase under construction, though there are plans to extend it further up to Gangtok and finally Nathula. And this is a critical railway project, as upon completion, with the line coming right up to Rangpo here in Sikkim, Sikkim's connectivity for tourists and citizens of the state will increase greatly, making it convenient for tourists to arrive in this beautiful Himalayan state. Now, a contract for the electrification of the Sivok railway line or the Sivok-Rangpo railway line has also been awarded, and this will ensure more sustainable travel, more eco-friendly travel, and also to expand rail connectivity in Sikkim. Another line is being proposed, and the Railway Ministry has sanctioned a final location survey for a new line from Maldi, which is on the Sikkim-West Bengal border, to Dentam, which is on the India-Nepal border, further enhancing rail connectivity in the state of Sikkim. Now, the Maldi station is of course also coming up along the alignment of the Sivok-Rangpo railway project, and this of course is also going to be one of the stations that will see a lot of traffic once this line is operational. With a renewed focus on improving connectivity in the northeastern states of India, several state capitals that so far did not have rail connectivity will finally see the Indian railways reaching these places. Gangtok remains one such state capital. The tiny Himalayan state of Sikkim was all these years dependent on only road transport. Finally, there was air transport, and now the mighty Indian railways will soon be chugging into Sikkim. At the Rangpo railway station, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.